morning, good evening, wherever you're watching WY TV. You're welcome to another edition of News Review today, Friday. And I feel this is going to be the last news review for the year of 2023. Because, you know, we do it every weekday, and today is Friday, which is going to be the last Friday in 2023. My name is Ahmed Abbas Olatunji, but you can call me Sidon J. And I have in the studio with me.
I'm Ambassador Rochimorilua, son of the prophetess. Good morning to all our viewers all over the world, and Happy New Year in advance.
Yes, exactly. Happy New Year in advance to all our viewers all around the world. We're starting with a Punch newspaper, but further, you know, the sponsor for this show is actually Nokpa Abbas. And don't forget that you can also be one of the sponsors for this show too. Just call the number, or you can message the number you're seeing on the screen. Just tell us how what you want us to advertise to the world. That we have a normal conversation with our team, our marketing department. So let's move on to the Punch newspaper. 5 Akeredolu's men quit Aiyedatiwa's cabinet. Governor shoves for deputy. Plateau massacre. Invaders right community threaten fresh attacks. UN demands probe. Why report on Mohbad's death probe not out, please? Gunmen kill 2 Anambra cops. Police on suspects. Then on Vanguard newspaper. Horror without end. Plateau villages get fresh attack notice. Fear grips political appointees in Ondo as Aiyedatiwa takes charge. Alarming figure of out-of-school children worrisome, Tinubu. Akeredolu's leaks will never be forgotten. Ondo Rep candidates Dare Aliu. Then on Daily Post newspaper, gunmen attack Chris Uba's convoy, kill 2 security operatives. Tension in Plateau as terrorists notify community of fresh attacks. Shedding of blood in Plateau must stop. Muftang reveals message to Tinubu. These are the headlines that made up the newspapers of today. We're going on a short commercial break. When we're back, we talk more on some of the headlines. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned.
When life breaks into the beautiful splendor of nature, and the kids can't just resist the temptation to explore to its zenith with the full assurance that the perfect backup is on the way for a perfect refilling. Nokpa, we always come to the rescue anytime, anywhere, any day, anyway, anyhow, round the clock. The family just can't get a better companion aside Nokpa. Nokpa Abba Mixture, the family's best bet.
With Nokpa, healthy living is guaranteed for me and my family.
Nokpa for management of power.
You're welcome back from that short commercial break, and that's our sponsor, Nokpa Abbas. The first headline to look at today, sir, it's about the 5 Akeredolu's men that quit Aiyedatiwa's cabinet, while governor shoves for deputy.
Can we go to the body of the news so we can know what exactly what happened that makes them to be quitting the cabinet?
To me, I'm interested in knowing the deputy, because I feel I don't know who Aiyedatiwa is going to be.
The Speaker of the House should be the next deputy by the law and by the constitution. But there is an idea that says in Yoruba language that biwaba shiriri arakiwa aya, which means when you do good, you'll be so delighted when you see things like that coming ahead. This set of people that are quitting, you remember, if you could recall, some weeks back, before the former governor traveled out of the country, you know, there was a controversial issue between the governor and the deputy, in which the Honorable House member were trying to impeach the deputy governor. Why that? Aiyedatiwa should I think Aiyedatiwa is the 3rd deputy governor to the former Ondo State governor. There was a controversial issue then. I believe they all believe when Aiyedatiwa now came on board, maybe Aiyedatiwa will use his own position to get back to them by victimizing them or by doing all the
to have effect on the government.
On the government. That's why it is always good to be good to our brothers out there. They are from the same
So
state.
let's say Aiyedatiwa will just render all these government officials in Ondo State. We will use them render them useless because now that he has the power, he can control them anyhow.
He can control them anyhow. That's just it.
Following the demise of Governor Rotimi Akeredolu of Ondo State on Wednesday, no fewer than 5 of his aides have tendered their resignation letter. The Punch report that Akeredolu's deputy, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, was sworn in on Wednesday as the new governor of Ondo State, hours after Akeredolu's death was announced. The ex-governor, who had a protracted battle with prostate cancer, is not real to me because the news we carried on the day he died was that he died in Lagos.
They said it was. The letter came out. The letter came out to debunk. The son to the former governor came out to debunk the news that he died in Germany.
Okay, that dying in Germany is
yes, authentic.
Well, following the emergence of Aiyedatiwa as the new governor, some of Akeredolu's aides dropped their resignation letters. They include Akeredolu's chief press secretary, Richard Olatunde, and the ex-governor's special advisor on union matters and special duties, Mr. Dare Aragbaye. Others are the Commissioner for Infrastructure, Lands and Housing, Mr. Aminu Rahimi, the Special Assistant on Photography, Mr. Olawale Abolade, and the Senior Special Assistant on Special Duties and Strategy, Dr. Doyin Odebowale. The development indicated that they were not ready to work with the new governor. Some of them cited their loyalty to Akeredolu as the reason for their resignation. In his letter of resignation addressed to the Office of Secretary to the State Government, made available to our correspondents yesterday, the Infrastructure and Housing Commissioner said his resignation was dictated by his conscience. Sir,
you see what I'm saying now?
Exactly.
Exactly the point. Because their conscience, their guilty conscience is there that this is a man that they both gather to persecute. So the man is now coming to be their leader. So for the man not to have sacked them, it's better to tender their resignation letter. Because if the man came on board to sack every one of them, and this set of people were being appointed by the so-called former governor, is an appointee post. So which means the man will have to look for the person that believe is suitable for his own job to appoint
them
fix them in.
Well, I write to tender my resignation of appointment as Commissioner for Infrastructure, Lands and Housing with effect from today, 28 December 2023. This decision is anchored on my conscience as my leader and dear boss, Arakunrin Oluwarotimi Odunayo Akeredolu San, CON, joined the Saint Triumphant. I sincerely thank our dear Arakunrin and the good people of the state for the opportunity to serve in his cabinet as Senior Special Assistant on Lands and Infrastructure, Special Advisor on Lands, Works and Infrastructure, and Commissioner for Infrastructure, Lands and Housing, Raimi said. In his own letter, the Senior Special Assistant on Special Duties and Strategy, Odebowale said, I write to notify your office of my intention to resign my appointment as the Senior Special Assistant on Special Duties and Strategy to the Governor of Ondo State with immediate effect. I use this medium to thank the government and the people of Ondo State for the rare privilege offered for service. Meanwhile, one of Aiyedatiwa's allies, who did not want to be named, said the aides of Akeredolu is trying for fear of being victimized by the new governor.
That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I said. Because when a clear conscience fears no accusation, the day we realize that politics in Africa, don't let me say Nigeria alone, because it's all over Africa. The day we realize that politics is not a do or die affairs. Somebody must be a winner, somebody must be a loser. Exactly. So those that lose today, that does not mean they can't win tomorrow. Those that lose today, when they try as much as possible to support those winners, at least to move the state, to move the country forward. That's what we call politics. It's not politics, but politics is not what because you are a loser or because you are a winner, where we don't need to be friends again. I've seen a case where a brother of the same mother belongs to PDP, while the other one belongs to the APC. At the end of the day, they were not in the same accord at all. Whenever they meet themselves in their parents' side, what happened? They don't greet each other because they are into politics.
Well, they resigned out of fear of victimization, which I don't believe the governor would have time to do. I would like to tell you that more are still going to resign. the source said. Let's wait and see if more will surely resign, because I feel Aiyedatiwa is not a dulling governor. I think he is active.
He is in the system. He knows what he's there for, because he has been in politics for a very long time. So he knows the right people to fix him to that post. He also has his own people that voted him, that work for the success of his for his appointment.
Well, let's move on to the next headline here. Alarming figure of out-of-school children worries on Tinubu. President Bola Tinubu has expressed concern over the alarming figure of out-of-school children in the country, receiving members of the National Working Committees, NWC of All Progressive Congress, APC, in Lagos. Tinubu declared, "We must address this issue by establishing more schools, recruiting teachers, and providing at least 1 meal a day for the school children, aligning with the progressive ideology we aim to pursue."
Is this now that the president knows that many children are not in school? I believe the president knows the election before the contesting for the seats. Now, if he had done his visibility study very well, he would have known, according to what he said when he was campaigning, that he's going to look into some sectors, which education is one of them. Now, immediately the president emerged as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The first thing he could do is to hike the tuition fee of the school. How is it going to be affordable for a poor man to send his children to school with the present condition of the country now? Why some families are battling? Why some families are battling how they are going to put food on their table?
Well, the president, in a statement issued by his spokesman Anjuri Ngelale, said democracy must be progressive and inclusive, with primary focus on pragmatically addressing poverty through the provision of job opportunities for youth and quality education for all Nigerian children. Tinubu, who expressed their support for the establishment of National Institute of Progressive Studies by the party, noted that the institute is expected to conduct diligent research and educate all party members on the principles of democracy and good governance, while providing a distinct identity for the party. "We will deliver it. I am committed to supporting a strong and ideologically determined democracy that is progressive, inclusive, and focused on eliminating poverty while providing quality education for our children." Let's talk about the providing of quality education. You see, I do tell people that I am happy and I'm glad that I went to school when education was still a bit important. Okay. Because if you check, when you were at school, when you were in school back then, you could not compare your own time to my time. To your own because time. I learned that during your time, you have to do like this before you could have access to go to school.
But it wasn't like that now.
In my time, it wasn't like that. But now it has getting worse. Because now you will see a child of
a year that is able to walk around
taking them to the creche, and if you know the amount they are paying, and most of the parents that put these children to school, they are just trying to put them there for them to have time for themselves.
For themselves, at least.
Most parents don't even, you know, there are some things that your parents, they got to know through the fact that they always have time with you.
Yes, exactly.
Some parents will take their children to school, to creche, leave them there from morning till night. When they come back from work, take the baby back home, they will still give the nanny or the house help to play with. They don't have time to get to know what is going on with their kids again. And these are the things that is affecting the education. Their cognitive connection is not making any sense again. Because
then I could remember, to illustrate your point, I could remember vividly when I was still in the primary school. Then I was in primary 4. I attended Universal Primary Education, UPE School 3 in Festac Town, Lagos. I remember one of my teachers gave me an assignment. Then I was into about 13 subjects then. 13 subjects. Then when I got home, my father came back. He said, "Where is our assignment?" Because despite the fact that he's a military man, he always have time to correct us, to see us through some of our homeworks. So when I now brought the homework to him, I gave it to him. he now look at the question that was given to me by my teacher. He now said, this one is wrong, this one is wrong. He now put it in the right way.
He's correcting the question, not even the answer.
The question that was given to me, he was correcting it. When I gave it back to my teacher, and my teacher now said, who is that your father? Let me know your father that has the authority, that has the audacity to be questioning my question. So one day he now came with his uniform. The teacher in question now said, sir, please, who are you looking for? You know, then army in the early 70s.
You don't work anyhow.
You don't work anyhow. When he now came with his uniform, the teacher was not saying, sir, who are you? I said, that's my father. You said, you wanted to see.
You're not able to talk.
The teacher was like, say, sorry, sir, you can go. You know, most of the parents today, they don't have time. Is it because of what the children are going to eat? Or is there any other thing that is out there that makes the parents of nowadays get so busy to the extent in which they won't be able to look into the affairs of their children?
Sir, it's very simple. I feel it is because of the way we think these days is different. Sometimes, you know, when you get to, okay, you've tried to pay for the fee of the senior, maybe your firstborn, and at the end of the day, with all your effort and all the things you've done on him or her, you get to know that he didn't see a job to do at the end of the day. So you will not have that ginger, you know, to do such things again for the younger, for the siblings, because you feel it is still going to be
the same thing.
You know, that ginger will just drop.
After going through all those stress,
you understand? So I feel those are
fees, paying the tuition fees, all this and that, external lesson, external coaching. At the end of the day, when the boys have nothing to write off.
You understand? So that's the reason why I feel the energy drops when it comes to, you know, taking care of child. And besides, even Nigeria of today, parents cannot even buy food in their mouth, not to talk of the kids. So the limited time they have is just for work.
For work.
So as to put food on the table.
Well, to bust your point, do you know how many graduates we have out there that are supposed to be giving back to the parents? At the end of the day, the parents are still being the one taking care of their welfare.
Well, collaboration with various government arms is crucial, and I commend the leadership of our party for working hard to promote these essential ideals. He called on the leadership of the party to target more youth and women in its e-registration and digital membership validation exercise scheduled to be completed in the first quarter of 2024. I stand solidly with you in the advancement of the progressive ideological stance of our party and will pursue it with vigor, he stated. President Tinubu thanked members of the party for the overwhelming show of support to him during the campaigns and electoral victory, and with the affirmation of his presidency by the Supreme Court. So I feel Tinubu has a vision for this country. The only thing we could do is just to be calm and let's wait and see the outcome of everything.
If you could remember, I think last week was when the former governor of Ekiti State was advising the president not to listen to the feedback of those people that are living closer to him in the Asura, because they don't have any down to say, the president or people are enjoying you, people are saying this about you. That's exactly what killed Jonathan's regime. You know, the former president of Nigeria then, Goodluck Jonathan, came out to say it to the whole Nigeria that he is sorry about this action because those people that are closer to him didn't really tell him the facts.
That's true. So Tinubu should just use that as a lesson.
Yes, as a lesson. So you should at least, even though you have people at the Asura giving you the feedback, there are some set of people that you still need to set aside, going out there to know what the yearning of the people is, at least to come back and feed you back what is going on in the street.
Well, the next headline is about a gunmen attack Chris Uber's convoy, killed 2 security operatives. Okay.
Well, this is becoming rampant in Nigeria because the rate in which the insecurity is going on in Nigeria now, you know, I told you once upon a time that a time will come, if care is not taken, that we wake up and we see that Nigeria is no longer existing again.
I feel like if Nigeria is going to change, or if there's going to be something like separation, like the Northerners, the Yorubas, and the Igbos, you know, separating, I feel the war will start from the north. Because you see those Arewa people, they don't have time. Once you tell them go, all of them will follow one way.
It's based on the orientation that was given to them. That's why you see all those things happen. You remember, I think last month when Baba traveled, the president of Nigeria traveled to the United States of America. telling those Nigerians that are there that they should come back home, that Nigeria is okay. Are you telling me when this set of people now see this news or listen to this news, will it really encourage them to come back to Nigeria where there is insecurity?
So I saw a shocking news yesterday where Ghana cedis is now 100 naira.
Ghana cedis.
Just one cedis in Ghana
is now
equal to 100 naira in Nigeria. We are the one pursuing Ghana people to go back to their country. Remember, Ghana must go.
Ghana
but
must
now,
go then.
Nigerians are now running to Ghana.
To Ghana.
Well, let's talk about the body of the news here. Gunmen last night attacked the convoy suspected to belong to self-styled godfather of Anambra politics, Chief Chris Uba. A source told Daily Post that vehicles in the convoy were riddled with bullets, just as 2 police operatives attached to the politician were killed. It was also gathered that another politician and a chieftain of Labour Party, Mr. Va Ozigbo, narrowly escaped the attack. The source said we witnessed what happened. Chris Uba's convoy ran into the men who were stationed at Uga Junction, leading to a shootout. Uba was able to escape because he was riding in a bulletproof vehicle. But the policemen were not so lucky as they were killed. Can you imagine? The person that is securing you is inside the normal vehicle.
Inside the normal vehicle.
But
you that they were secured inside the bulletproof. I believe anybody, any organization that feels
you can be kidnapped.
You want a policeman to come and guide you. Maybe there's going to be a law that will back it up that even if we are giving them to you, you must buy a bulletproof vehicle also for them. So the life of our policemen out there will not just be at waste. Exactly. What will happen to the life of their family members?
Wow. Well, Vat Ozigbo was coming back from Owerri with members of his family when he suddenly saw a convoy driving ferociously toward his own convoy. And attempting to edge him off the road, he quickly told his driver to clear off the road, let other convoy pass by. Shortly after the two overtook Ozigbo, they ran into the gunmen at Uga Junction, who started shooting and killed 2 policemen. Ozigbo, who parked while the incident was happening, later learned that the convoy was attacked. The convoy that was attacked was the one of Uba.
Yes.
You know. So I want to say this: being a godfather, and you know that the community you found yourself is not that secure. You know, we've not heard of anything like this before in that state. But there are, because this is just like a warning to
if the godfather can be attacked. How
so that means
more?
you understand. But meanwhile, police authorities in a press release by the State Police Command spokesperson DSP Tochukwu Ikenga said it has launched a manhunt for the attackers. The release said from a neighboring state and killed 2 police personnel on 28 December 2023 at about 18:30 hours, that is 6:30 p.m. The gang, which is guys in military fatigue and seemed to be on a kidnap mission, were jolted on seeing 2 armed police officers approaching their direction. They opened fire on the officers who had moved ahead of the convoy they were escorting to the decongested traffic gridlock. Other personnel returned fire, carefully not to hit many motorists who were in traffic, forcing the bandits to flee. Police-led mobile forward operating base, which had been on intensive patrol of the entire area throughout Christmas celebrations, promptly responded to the scene. It recovered a Lexus SUV the gang operated with and defused an improvised explosive device found on the vehicle. It also recovered an AK-47 rifle belonging to one of the slain personnel. The Commissioner of Police, CP Aderemi Adeoye, who had declared the weekend and Christmas holidays as special working days for all officers and men in the command, commended all personnel for their tireless and courageous efforts in securing the people of Anambra State. Well, I feel the security agency
bigger than what they are carrying.
Exactly. Well, this is where we're going to be ending it on the show today. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, on X account, on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram at Wisdom Yard Online TV. My name is Ahmed Abbas Olatunji, but you can call me Sidon J. Thank you so much, Ambassador, for joining us on the show. We'll see you again next year. Yes, on this show. You and I will see you next year by the grace of God. Happy New Year in advance.
ẹ mà kú ojúmọ́ lórígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbáyé nílé lóko lẹ́yìn odi ní gbogbo ibi tẹ́ tí ń wò wá lórí ìkànnì amóhùnmáwòrán Wisdom Yard Television. Ìjíròrò lètò ètò ní ìjíròrò pẹ̀lú èmi ọmọ yín Ambassador Rotimi Orílùà ọni kíkẹ́ ọni títẹ́ ọni ṣẹ́jọ́ ọjọ́ ọmọ olóbì yíyọ àrèjúgùn ọmọ olóbì kọ̀ lára igi so ọmọ olóbì kò ṣèrúwé èmi ni ọmọ àgékò ejò kèṣòro bí agbọ́n ìjọpa lósì Èkìtì náà lulẹ̀ àbàmíyà ṣàlàáfíà lẹwà jíire bí ṣáájú gbogbo adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run ọba mi òkè ọlọ́wọ́ gbọgbọrọ tí yọmọ rẹ̀ nínú ọ̀fìn ayé kìnìún ẹ̀yà Júdà pánlá tó solé ayé ró ẹ̀mí àwọn wòlíì gbẹngbẹnìkè awo má ṣe gbé awo bí ọ̀pá ìlẹ̀kẹ̀ Ọlọ́run tó ń jẹ mímọ́ tó mu mímọ́ tó ń fi mímọ́ bora ọba tó tún jẹ́ ká wà títí di ọjọ́ òní Ọlọ́run ọlọ́wọ́ gbọgbọrọ tí ń yọmọ rẹ̀ nínú ọ̀fìn ayé láìsí òun ta ni àwa kí ni àwa ìbàjẹ́ lónìí ǹjẹ́ mọ̀ pé èní ni sátidé tó kẹ́yìn nínú oṣù kejìlá ọdún yìí 2023 yìí adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run ọba mi òkè ọ̀pọ̀ ń bẹ nílé ìwòsàn tí wọn ò lórí ọ̀fẹ́ láti jẹ láti mu báyé náà wà bọ́ọ̀rùn náà wà ọpẹ́ ni fún Ọlọ́run ọba mi. mọ́ṣúárì tí ò jẹ́ ká sí ní ìtẹ́kù àwọn tó ti kú tó ti kọjá lọ kì í ṣe pé a fi yọ̀ wọ́n bí kò ṣe pé a fi gbé rírò orúkọ Ọlọ́run ga. Ìjíròrò ètò ní ìjíròrò tó ń dé sétí gbọ̀nyìn láti kàn ní amóhùnmáwòrán Wisdom Yard. Kí ló ń dá fẹ́ gbéyàwó lónìí? A máa ń sọ nípa ìdílé nípa ìgbéyàwó. Kí nìdí ohun àkọ́kọ́ tí Ọlọ́run fi dá ìgbéyàwó sílẹ̀? Ọlọ́run dá ìgbéyàwó sílẹ̀ ká jẹ́ olùrànlọ́wọ́ ara wa kí ọ̀tún wẹ òsì kí òsì wẹ ọ̀tún òun ni ọwọ́ fi ń mọ́. Ìyàwó tí Ọlọ́run dá mọ́ ènìyàn ó ní olùrànlọ́wọ́ tí ó dàbí tirẹ̀ èmi yóò ṣe olùrànlọ́wọ́ tí ó dàbí tirẹ̀ fún tó máa dàbí tiẹ̀ bí tirẹ̀ gangan bí ìṣe rẹ̀ bí ìhùwàsí rẹ̀ bí ìsọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ bí ìmúrasí rẹ̀ tí ó dàbí tirẹ̀ gangan. Ní báyìí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìgbéyàwó lónìí tí wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ dáadáa gbà tó máa fi dẹ́rìn méjì wọ́n ti forí ṣọpọ́n kí làwọn tó fà á nítorí pé a ò lè ní faradà fúnra wa kí làwọn nǹkan tá à ń rí ẹni tá a tọ́ nílé ọ̀tọ̀ atọ́ ní ìyàwó nílé ọ̀tọ̀ atọ́ ọkọ nílé ọ̀tọ̀ àwọn méjèèjì parapọ̀ wọ́n di ẹ̀jẹ̀ kan náà iṣẹ́ wọn ò tí ì lè dọ́gba a máa wòra wa àwọn bàbá wa ìyá wa tí wọ́n ń celebrate 60 years in marriage ẹ jẹ́ ká padà lọ bá wọn ká béèrè ọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́ wọn pé kí làwọn tí wọ́n dojúkọ nígbà tí wọ́n contentment ètò tá a fẹ́ gbé kókó gbòógì tá a fẹ́ gbé yẹ̀wò òun náà ni ìtẹ́lọ́rùn. ẹ pé gbogbo àwọn ènìyàn yín ẹgbẹ́ àpèrè yín kẹwàá nǹkan fìdílé àbí kẹ fìdílé nǹkan ọjọ́ mo bẹ̀ ọ́ ìwọ tó ń wò mí lórí ìkànnì ó lè ràn wá lọ́wọ́ láti bá a share prógrámù yìí kó lè dé àwọn ibi tó yẹ kó dé torí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìdílé ló ń dàrú lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ẹlòmíì ò mọ bá a ṣe jọ ní ìtẹ́lọ́rùn fúnra wa. Ọkọ tí ò bá ní ìtẹ́lọ́rùn adẹni tó ń kóbìnrin jọ o ìyàwó tí ò bá ní ìtẹ́lọ́rùn adẹni náà tó ń kó ọkùnrin jọ láti ilé ọkọ kìíní sí ilé ọkọ kejì láti ilé ọkọ kejì sí ilé ọkọ kẹta nítorí pé kò sí ìtẹ́lọ́rùn nínú ayé ẹnìyẹn. Kí ló ń tí àmọ̀ràn mi lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ máa kọ́ lọ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn ọkùnrin kí n tó padà wá sọ́dọ̀ obìnrin torí bó ṣe wà ní líìkì ló wà ní gbàǹjà. Ìwọ ọkọ baálé ilé tó gbọ́ mi lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí kí ló dé tó ní tẹ́lọ́rùn nínú gbogbo tíyàwó ẹ̀ ṣe? Kò sí nǹkan tíyàwó ẹ̀ ṣe tó ní complain. There are ways to correct every mistake with love tí ò ní fariwo lọ. Onírúurú ọ̀nà la lè gbà correct àṣìṣe tún àṣìṣe aya ẹni ṣe láì mújà tàbí wàhálà lọ́wọ́. Kí ló wá dé ńgbà tó fẹ́ correct ìyàwó ẹ̀ tó mújà lọ́wọ́ tó mú àṣìṣe lọ́wọ́ tó bẹ́ẹ̀ gẹ́ tí obìnrin á máa fi wò pé irú ọkọ wo gan ló ń fẹ́ yìí. Tá a bá ti ní tẹ́lọ́rùn fúnra wa kájọ ní ìfaradà fúnra wa ètò ìgbéyàwó ò lè lọ mọ́rán. Ìṣe ni irú ìgbéyàwó bẹ́ẹ̀ ó máa ń dàbí ìgbà tí ọyún wà nínú egungun tí ènìyàn ní egbò nínú egungun, that is when there is a problem in the marrow gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọ̀rọ̀ olóyìnbó. Gbogbo ohun tíyàwó ẹ̀ bá ṣe ò ní tẹ́lọ́rùn. Kó fọṣọ ẹ náà wà ní kò fọ dáadáa kó gbálẹ̀ ilé wà ní kò gbá dáadáa nítorí pé o ti ní àwọn ojú kan ń ta tó ń wojú ẹ̀ àwọn yẹn ti ń ṣe nǹkan kan fún ẹ tó yàtọ̀ sí nǹkan tí ìyàwó tiẹ̀ ń ṣe tó wò pé tó bá pé ìyàwó tèmi lè ṣe báyìí ó lè ṣe báyìí ó lè ṣe báyìí bá má dáa o. ọbẹ̀ tí iyọ̀ bá tó nínú ẹ̀ ìwọ jẹ́ kó mọ̀ pé ìwọ máa ń jẹ yọ̀ bóyá ńgbà tí ìyàwó ẹ̀ ṣe ọbẹ̀ tán ìyàwó ẹ̀ ò dẹ̀ láìkì láti máa jẹ yọ̀ ṣe gbé méjèèjì ò balance bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ìwọ fẹ́ràn láti máa jẹ iyọ̀ ìgbà tí ìyàwó ẹ̀ bá ṣe ọbẹ̀ tiẹ̀ tán tó ṣe ọbẹ̀ tán ìwọ wá ní kó fún ẹ níyọ̀ nígbà tó bá bu oúnjẹ fún ẹ tó bá pẹ́ ẹjọ́ ń jẹun papọ̀ ó ní ọgbọ́n tẹ́ fi lè jọ ṣe ẹ lè bu ọbẹ̀ lọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ kí ìwọ fúnra ara ẹ kó wá mú iyọ̀ tí ìwọ bá fẹ́ níwọ̀n ìbí ìwọ ṣe fẹ́ràn iyọ̀ sí kó wá fi sínú ọbẹ̀ yẹn ẹni tí wọ́n ń pè ní ìtẹ́lọ́rùn nìyẹn. Ní báyìí ó wá wò pé ó ṣe lè kò mọ́ ṣe, ó ṣe lè kò mọ́ ṣe, ó ti gbàgbé pé ìwọ náà bí ọmọ obìnrin, ó bí ọmọkùnrin tó náà máa padà márì, tó máa padà gbé ìyàwó. Ṣé ńgbà tó bá gbéyàwó, ṣé inú tiẹ̀ máa wá dùn pé ọkọ tiẹ̀ ó fìtínú ẹ̀ nítorí pé lọ́ọ̀ká mà ní n tó bá ti lọ o bógún bá jẹ lọ ọgbọ̀n jẹ bọ̀? Ẹ jẹ́ wá kọjá sọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀yin obìnrin, ẹ̀yin màmá. Àìnítẹ́lọ́rùn a máa mú kí obìnrin máa yàlè. Àìnítẹ́lọ́rùn a máa mú kí obìnrin kó máa ti ilé ọkọ kan bọ́ sí ilé ọkọ kan, torí pé wọn ò ro ọjọ́ iwájú àwọn ọmọ wọn ò ro mọ́ nǹkan tí wọ́n ń ṣe. Ẹ̀yin màmá wa, ẹ ní ìtẹ́lọ́rùn pẹ̀lú ohun tí bàbá bá ń fún yín. Ohun àkọ́kọ́ tó máa ń sábà dìjà nínú ìgbéyàwó òun ni owó ọbẹ̀, owó oúnjẹ. Dáde lágbájá tí ń jáde, ẹ fún wa lówó. Nígbà tí bàbá máa mówó lẹ̀, òun expect kí bàbá mú 2,000 naira lẹ̀, bàbá mú 1,000 naira lẹ̀, ó wá sọ́ dìjà. Ẹni tí ò dẹ̀ kí ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, bó tiẹ̀ dẹ̀ kí ń ṣe, bó bá ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, Yorùbá bọ̀ wọ́n ní adánilóró, ó bá ń fi agbára kọ́ọ̀yàn ni. Ẹni tó expect 2,000 naira lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tó fún ẹ ní 1,000 naira, ó yẹ kó appreciate pé ó fún ẹ ní 1,000. Ṣùgbọ́n nítorí pé ó ní ìtẹ́lọ́rùn, ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ kan ṣẹlẹ̀ bí ọdún mélòó kan sẹ́yìn, ó lọ bí 15 years. Mo wà níbì kan níbi tí mo jókòó sí, lọ́mọbìnrin kan dé ló wá fẹjọ́ ọkàn rẹ̀ sùn. Gbogbo tí mò ń wo ọbẹ̀ àwọn ọmọ tó máa sè ńgbà yẹn, tó bá rẹran 200 naira ilẹ̀ máa kún. Ọmọbìnrin wa béèrè, òfúnra ara ẹ̀ náà ló ń rojọ́, ó ló ń béèrè 1,000 owó ọbẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ọkọ òun, ó lọ́kọ òun kó 700 naira fóun. Ó lóun wá sọ fún un pé mo ní kí ló wá ṣẹlẹ̀, ó lóun fún un lówó yẹn padà ní ìpóhùn, sọ pé owó yẹn ò lè tó òun ra nǹkan méjì, òun àti ọkọ òun ni ó láwọn ṣẹ̀ márì ni. Ẹ ṣẹ̀ márì, ìwọ àti ọkọ ẹ lẹ́jọ́ wà nulẹ̀, 700 naira ò dẹ̀ sí bó ṣe lè manage ẹ̀, àbí kí wọ́n fúnra ara ẹ kó o fi owó kún láti fi ṣe ọbẹ̀ yẹn. Onírọ̀ olóhùn ọgbà yẹn, olóhùn wáyé management. Ọmọbìnrin kan dẹ̀ wà lẹ́yìn tòsí tí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ta sí létí, ìyẹn ní ọmọ mẹ́ta. Ìyẹn wá sọ fún pé náírà ẹ̀ ní tẹ́lọ́rùn pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. Ó ní ẹ wò ó, ọbẹ̀ tẹ́rí tí àwọn ọmọ mi ń jẹ lọ́wọ́ yìí, ọmọ mẹ́ta la ní o. Ó ní ọbẹ̀ 200 naira ni làwọn sè, ewédú alásèpọ̀ lálẹ́ àná táwọn fi jẹun lálẹ́ àná, òun àtọmọ mẹ́ta àtọkọ ẹ̀, òun làwọn tún fi jẹun láàárọ̀ yìí. Ọkọ tí yín wá kó 700 naira fún yín, ẹ ní tẹ́lọ́rùn. Ó ní ẹ mọ̀ọ́re. Ọmọbìnrin bá wò mí, mo ní ṣó ti rí báyìí, mi ò nílò láti wàásù fún ẹ. Àìní ìtẹ́lọ́rùn nígbà míì tí ọkọ ẹ bá fún ẹ lówó, wà á kọ́ appreciate pé ó tiẹ̀ fún ẹ lówó yẹn. Tówó yẹn ò bá tiẹ̀ dẹ̀ ní tó, ìwọ náà fúnra ara ẹ náà, olóyìnbó sọ pé an idle hand is the workshop of the devil. Ìyẹn ni pé tí ìwọ fúnra ara ẹ náà o gbọ́dọ̀ lè tiraka torí olùrànlọ́wọ́ tó dàbí ti ọkọ rẹ ni Ọlọ́run pèsè. O gbọ́dọ̀ lè gbìyànjú láti ran ọmọkùnrin yẹn lọ́wọ́. Ọkọ ẹ fún ẹ 5,000 naira ní ìsìn pé kó fi sí ọbẹ̀. Láyé tá a wà yìí, bí nǹkan ṣe le tó yìí, ó wá gbìyànjú, ó wá lọ ń pe àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ abánidámọ̀ràn míì wo ló máa ń fi ọ̀rọ̀ ìgbéyàwó lọ, ló máa ń fi ọ̀rọ̀ ilé rẹ̀ lọ, tó dẹ̀ pé àwọn nǹkan táwọn ń gbà mọ́ra nínú ilé ń bẹ̀ kì í ṣe nǹkan díẹ̀. Wọ́n torí pé àwọn ti ranjú mọ́lé ẹ, gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tiẹ̀ ló lọ ń sọ fún wọn, àwọn ọ̀dẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ tí ilé wọn tí wọ́n fún ẹ rí. Ó wá lọ bá wọn ní ó fún ẹ 5,000 naira, you are expecting 10,000 naira, 5,000 lọ́kọ̀ ẹ ń fún ẹ síbẹ̀. Àwọn yẹn dẹ̀rẹ̀ bóyá 2,000 naira lọ́kọ̀ tí wọ́n ń kó fún wọn láti ṣe ọbẹ̀. Ó wá lọ rojọ́ fún wọn, àwọn yẹn wá sọ fún ẹ pé má gbà fún o, má gbà fún o, má gbà fún o. Wọ́n ń lé ẹ jáde níbi ayọ̀ ẹ, wọ́n ń lé ẹ jáde níbi ìṣeré rẹ̀, wọ́n ń lé ẹ jáde nínú ilé ọkọ. Torí ọ̀rọ̀ ìgbéyàwó lónìí is for better for what, títí tí ikú yóò fi yà yín. Àdéhùn tẹ́yin méjèèjì jọ ní nìyẹn pé ẹrù tá a jọ dì yìí o, a máa jọ dì í, tá a dẹ̀ máa jọ gbédé èbúté tó yanjú ni. Ìtẹ́lọ́rùn ní baba ìwà nínú ìgbéyàwó. Ohunkóhun tí ọkọ bá ṣe fún ẹ, ẹ̀yin obìnrin máa ń sọ fáwọn obìnrin tó bá wá bá mi fún kánsẹ́lì, máa ní ẹ̀yin obìnrin, ẹ̀yin lẹ́ni ilé yín, ẹ̀yin lẹ́ni ilé yín, because ọkọ máa jáde látàárọ̀ tílẹ̀ máa fi ṣú, àwọn ọmọ ti lọ léèwé, nígbà tí wọ́n bá dé, ìwọ obìnrin náà ń bọ̀ wá bá. Tó bá pé ṣọ́ọ̀bù ẹ ló wà, ṣọ́ọ̀bù ẹ lè school bus máa já wọn ọmọ sí, ìwọ àtàwọn ọmọ ẹlẹ́jọ́ máa ń wà ní gbogbo ìgbà mélòó lọkùnrin ń lò nínú ilé. Ìwọ ló gbọ́dọ̀ safeguard ilé ẹ tí ò ní sí loophole débi pé ó máa fi àyè sílẹ̀ fún obìnrin àjèjì láti wọnú ilé yẹn wá. Lórí wá dé tá à ní tẹ́lọ́rùn. ìwọ ranjú mọ́ ìyàwó lágbájá ń ṣe nǹkan báyìí fún ìyàwó ẹ̀, lágbájá ra mọ́tò fún ìyàwó ẹ̀, lágbájá kọ́lé fún ìyàwó ẹ̀, torí pé ọkọ tiẹ̀ ò tí kọ́lé fún ẹ, kò tí ra mọ́tò fún ẹ, kò tí ṣe àwọn kankan fún ẹ, o ti ń nàgà ń wọlé onílé, o fẹ́ da lé tiẹ̀ rú. Ohun tí lágbájá tó wà nínú ilé ọlá yẹn, ohun tó ń fojú wì, ohun tó ń rí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìbànújẹ́, ó màmá torí pé kò ṣàlàyé fún ẹ, ohun tó ń rí náà ni wípé torí pé ó ṣe báyìí. Irú iṣẹ́ wo lọkọ ẹ̀ ń ṣe tó ti expect pé kó ra mọ́tò fún ẹ? Irú iṣẹ́ wo lọkọ ẹ̀ ń ṣe tó ti expect pé kó kọ́lé fún ẹ? Irú iṣẹ́ wo lọkọ ẹ̀ ń ṣe tó ti expect pé kó rán ẹ lọ sílùú òyìnbó, èyí tí ìyàwó lágbájá ń ṣe fún, torí pé ò ní tẹ́ lọ́rùn, ó wá gbìyànjú, ó kẹ́rù kúrò nínú ilé yẹn. Kíní kan tí ò dẹ̀ yọ ẹ̀yin obìnrin rè, ẹ jẹ́ kí n láyé yín dáadáa. Ìdí tí mo sọ pé obìnrin ló ní ilé lẹ́ẹ̀kan, mo rò pé mo ti ṣàlàyé ẹ̀ fún yín dáadáa, torí ẹ̀yin àtàwọn ọmọ lẹ́jọ́ máa ń wà 24/7. Àwọn ọmọ súnmọ́ yín dáadáa ju bàbá wọn lọ. Bàbá tó ti lọ látàárọ̀ tó ń wá nǹkan tí ọmọ máa jẹ, ẹ̀yin dẹ̀rẹ̀, ẹ̀yin lẹ tún pọ̀jù nínú ilé ìjọsìn, ẹ̀yin lẹ lọ gbàdúrà fáwọn ọkọ yìí. Ìwọ tó ń gbàdúrà fún ọkọ ẹ, ẹnu tó fi ń gbàdúrà fún ọkọ ẹ kò tún yẹ kó tún bẹnu àtẹ́lù pé bàbá lágbájá kẹ òkú ayé ni o, kíní kan ni o, igbá ni o, ìkòkò bàbá ìṣàsùn. Ibẹ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ ni mò ń lọ. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí nǹkan tí mò ń sọ, mo fẹ́ fi àṣírí kan, mo fẹ́ fi lé yín lọ́wọ́ lónìí. Tóbìnrin bá wà nílé ọkọ, ó easy fún láti yàlè. Ìdí rèé, àwọn ọkùnrin á máa dẹnu kọ ẹ́ torí wọ́n ti mọ̀ pé kò sí bọ́n ṣe lè súnmọ́ ètò àbí bọ́n ṣe lè bá ẹ sùn tó, wọn ò lè gbé oyún wá fún wọn, ọkọ yẹn náà ló máa gbé fún. Ṣùgbọ́n ní kété tí obìnrin bá sọ pé torí pé àlè ń fún òun lówó ju nǹkan tí ọkọ ilé òun fún òun lọ, àlè ń tọ́jú òun ju nǹkan tí ọkọ ilé òun ṣe lọ, àlè ń ṣoríṣi fóun ju nǹkan tí ọkọ ilé òun ṣe fóun lọ, tó wá dá dúró, tó kẹ́rù, tó kúrò nílé ọkọ. Nígbà tó kúrò nílé ọkọ yẹn, wàá rí pé àwọn àlè máa sá ò, torí wọ́n mọ̀ pé ó máa padà di liability sí wọn lọ́rùn. Ẹ má jà gbàgbé iléeṣẹ́ kan ló ṣe agbátẹrù ètò yìí, àwọn náà ni Wisdom Yard Nigeria Limited, àwọn tí wọ́n ń ṣe nọ̀pá bábítà nọ̀pá ìpolówó ọjà. Amójú ẹ̀rọ mi bá ń gbé sókè, mò ń bọ̀, mi ò tí ì dé. Ẹ káàbọ̀ padà sórí ètò yín kan, ètò ìjíròrò lètò, ètò ní ìjíròrò pẹ̀lú mi ọmọ yín Ambassador Rotimi Orílùwà, ọmọ wòlíì obìnrin. Gẹ́bí nǹkan tí mò ń sọ lọ, ìtẹ́lọ́rùn ó ní bàbá ìwà, torí bí obìnrin ò bá ní ìtẹ́lọ́rùn nínú ìgbéyàwó yẹn kì í last o. Nígbà tó bá dọjọ́ wájú tó ṣe ìpínyà tó wá dá wà, ó wá expect pé bí àwọn ọkùnrin ṣe ń dẹnu kọ ẹ́ nígbà tó wà nílé ọkọ pọ́n máa dẹnu kọ ẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀, wọ́n ò ní dẹnu kọ ẹ́ torí wọ́n ti mọ̀ pé gbogbo ìṣòro àti bùkátà ẹ ló máa kólé àwọn lọ́rùn. Gbogbo tí wọ́n dẹ̀ ń ṣe fún ẹgbà tó wà nílé ọkọ yẹn, wọ́n fi ń tàn ẹ̀tàn lásán ni. Ìwọ gbá research wọn dáadáa, ṣé wọ́n ṣerú ẹ̀ fún ìyàwó tiwọn tó wà nínú ilé, bọ̀tí nítorí nǹkan tí wọ́n fẹ́ jẹ lára ẹ, tó bá ti jẹ tara ẹ̀ tán tó mójú wọn kúrò, àwọn náà ló tún máa sọ fún ẹ pé o useless nítorí pé o lè dádó sí ilé ọkọ. Ìwọ dẹ̀ ti wò pé torí pé wọ́n ń ṣe dáadáa sí ẹ nígbà tí o wà nílé ọkọ, ìwọ náà fi wò pé okay, jẹ́ kí n fi ilé ọkọ mi sílẹ̀. Ilé ọkọ tó wá padà fi sílẹ̀ yẹn, ibi tí wọ́n ń sọ pé kò dáa yẹn, ǹjẹ́ o mọ̀ pé àwọn kan wà ń ta tí wọ́n ń garùn torí pé wọ́n rí àṣírí ilé ẹ, tí wọ́n ń garùn láti wọnú ilé yẹn, tí wọ́n bá dẹ̀ ti rápálá wọnú ilé yẹn tó ti fi àyè sílẹ̀, tí wọ́n rápálá wọnú ilé yẹn, wọ́n ti dọba nínú ilé yẹn, ó lè padà sínú ilé yẹn mọ́. Obìnrin kan lọ bá babaláwo, ọkọ rẹ̀ oníṣẹ́ ọkọ̀ àjàgbé ni, a máa wa tírélà, ó lè lọ òkè ọya káàkiri, tó bá ti wá dé a wá ra onírúurú nǹkan, a rà wá sílé torí ilé face me and face you náà wọ́n ń gbé. Èrò pọ̀ nínú ilé yẹn torí pé ọmọkùnrin yẹn dẹ̀ rí, ó jẹ́ nìkan tó lọ́yàyà, tó dẹ̀ nífẹ̀ẹ́ àwọn èèyàn. A wá pín oúnjẹ tó bá gbédé, a pè fáwọn èèyàn nínú ilé yẹn. Ìyàwó yẹn wá wò pé bọ́kọ mi ṣe ń tọ́jú mi, ó dà pé ẹnìkan wọ́n ti wà nínú ilé, ó ń fura sóhun àtẹnìkan tó ti wà nínú ilé, tó pé ó dà pé ó ń fẹ́, ó bá lọ lé babaláwo. Ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ life lélẹ̀ tó ṣẹlẹ̀, eléyìí ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin bí ọdún bíi 5 sẹ́yìn. Gbà tó délé babaláwo, ó ṣàlàyé fún babaláwo pé òun fẹ́ ògùn ìfẹ́ tó yẹ pé ọkọ tòun ojú òun nìkan ló máa wò, kò ní wojú ẹlòmíì, torí pé ọkọ òun túwọ́, ibi tó ti túwọ́ yẹn tó ń ṣọ̀yàyà wọ́n lè gbà mọ́ òun lọ́wọ́. Babaláwo wá ní òkè tó bá fẹ́ ògùn fẹ́ kò sí wàhálà, mo ní àwọn kan lẹ̀ láì farọgùn. Babaláwo bá gbẹ́bulé lọ́wọ́. Nígbà tó gbẹ́bulé lọ́wọ́, ọkọ rẹ̀ ti travel lọ. Nígbà tọkọ máa fi dé, ó tún ṣe gẹ́bí ìṣe rẹ̀ pé àwọn nǹkan tó rà wá, ẹni tó yẹ pé òkè ọya ló ná náà tí lọ́hùn, ó lè lọ Sókótó lọ Àbújá, iṣu dẹ̀ pọ̀ lọ́hùn, ẹ̀wà pọ̀ lọ́hùn, ó máa rà á pín fáwọn ti lé, bó ṣe ń ṣe tiẹ̀ nìyẹn, ní tí Ọlọ́run fi rán nìyẹn. Nígbà tọkọ dé, ó ṣe oúnjẹ fún ọkọ, ó wá fi ẹbu yìí sínú oúnjẹ fún ọkọ ẹ̀. Lẹ́yìn ọ̀rẹ̀yìn, nígbà tó dé òru gànjọ́, ṣe nínú bẹ̀ sí nírun ọkọ tí wọ́n gbé ó di ilé ìwòsàn ká tó fọ̀rọ̀ gùn. Ìgbà tó máa fi délé ìwòsàn, bóyá dọjọ́ kejì, ó jẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run, ó dágbére fáyé. Níbi tí ìyàwó ti ń tojú bọlé kiri, ìyàwó mọ̀ pé nǹkan tóun fún ọkọ òun ló pa ọkọ òun, ṣùgbọ́n kò lè sọ síta fún èèyàn. Ìyàwó náà wá rẹkẹ wá wò pé kí ló ń fẹ́ ṣe. Lẹ́yìn bí oṣù 6 sí, babaláwo wá bẹ̀ sí ń bè fẹ́ǹdì ìyàwó, toró náà ní nínú pé òun máa pa babaláwo yẹn padà torí kó pọkọ mọ́ òun lọ́wọ́. Ta ló pọkọ ẹ̀? Òun fúnra rẹ̀ ló pa ọkọ ara rẹ̀ torí àìnítẹ́lọ́rùn níbi tó ti ń tojú bọlé kiri. Ọkùnrin tó dé tó oúnjẹ sílé tí ó yẹ pé o nílò rẹ̀ sí, ó rà fún sílé, ẹ nílò nǹkan báyìí, ó rà sílé, ẹ nílò nǹkan báyìí, ó rà sílé, ó wá ń sọ pé o expect pé pocket money lọ́sọ̀ọ̀sẹ̀. Kì í ṣe gbogbo agbára èèyàn ló gbé, bó tilẹ̀ yẹ pé a máa sọ fáwọn ọkùnrin náà kí wọ́n gbìyànjú láti máa fún yín ní pocket money torí ẹ lè fẹ́ ra nǹkan míì. Kẹ́ bá sọ pé bóyá mò ń bẹ̀yìn obìnrin wí jù, mi ò bẹ̀yìn obìnrin wí jù, but mò ń jẹ́ kó di mímọ̀ fún yín pé ẹ̀yin lẹni ilé. Bíbélì tiẹ̀ sọ pé obìnrin rẹ yóò dàbí èso àjàrà eléso púpọ̀, nígbà tí àwọn ọmọ rẹ yóò dàbí igi ólífì. Yí tábìlì rẹ ká. Obìnrin rẹ, kò sọ pé ọkùnrin rẹ, yóò dàbí igi àjàrà eléso púpọ̀ nínú ilé rẹ, which means you are the rightful owner of that house. O gbọ́dọ̀ fi àyè sílẹ̀ fún Sátánì àbí fún ìwò kí ọ̀tá lè penetrate wọnú ìgbéyàwó yẹn nítorí àìnítẹ́lọ́rùn ọmọbìnrin yìí. Ó pa ọkọ ẹ̀ dànù níbi tó ti ń tojú bọlé kiri. Kí ló yẹ kó máa ṣe fọ́kọ yẹn? Kó máa fi àdúrà, kó máa fi ran ọkọ yẹn lọ́wọ́ pé Ọlọ́run jọ nínú àánú rẹ̀ kó máa ṣọ́ lọ, kó máa ṣọ́bọ̀. Bí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nú yín bẹ́ẹ̀ tí ẹ gbọ́ pé ọkọ yín yàlè, kí ló dé tẹ́ ẹ bọ́ sí korodo kan kẹ́ ẹ bẹ Ọlọ́run àbẹ̀wò pé àdúrà kì í gbà ni. Àdúrà máa gba. Jẹ́ wá tún sọ ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ kan fún ẹ tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ yẹn ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ìlú kan, jẹ́ kí n forúkọ bòlú yẹn láṣìírí. Wọ́n ti bá ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí narrate ẹ̀ nísìn wàá mọ tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Ọmọbìnrin ọkọ rẹ̀ ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní ilé-iṣẹ́ kan, ilé-iṣẹ́ tó lórúkọ ni. Ọ̀gá rẹ̀ ní morning ló máa ṣe, ìgbà míì tó bá fẹ́ ṣe morning, that's morning 7 to 7 torí pé ó jọ̀gá. Tó bá pé night náà ló máa ṣe, àárọ̀ ọjọ́ kejì ó gbọ́dọ̀ ti padà sílé. Bó ṣe máa ń ṣe nìyẹn. Ó kàn dọjọ́ kan níbi rí yí, ìyàwó ò ní rí lé. Dáàdi wa kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Ọ̀gá òun gbé òun lọ sí shift kan, ó gbé òun lọ sí gbá. Ọmọbìnrin wa gbọ́ pé ọkọ òun ti ń fẹ́ ìyàwó míì. Ó wá bẹ̀ sí ń bẹ lọ́run, ó dẹ̀ jẹ́ aládùúrà èèyàn. Obìnrin tí ò bá ti jẹ́ aládùúrà kò lè ní ìtẹ́lọ́rùn. Obìnrin tí ò bá ti jẹ́ aládùúrà kò lè gba ilé rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ obìnrin àjèjì. Obìnrin tí ò bá ti jẹ́ aládùúrà, ògiri àlàpà ilé rẹ̀ a máa ṣí fún aláìgbà obìnrin àjèjì láti wọlé. Ó fi gbígbọ́, ó fi ṣaláìgbọ́. Ó wá bẹ̀ sí ń gbàdúrà fún ọkọ yìí pé Olúwa, mímì tó máa mì tó ọmọkùnrin má fi padà wá bá mi nínú ilé. Olúwa jẹ́ kó mì, mímì yẹn mì lóòótọ́. Ọmọkùnrin wà níbi tó ti lọ yàlè nílé ìyàwó kejì tó ń fẹ́. Ogun bá dé láàrin Haúsá àti Yorùbá nílùú yẹn. Ogun bá ka mọ́bẹ̀. Ọjọ́ kìíní kò ríbi jáde, ọjọ́ kejì kò ríbi jáde, ọjọ́ kẹta kò ríbi jáde, ọjọ́ kẹrin ló ṣẹ̀ ríbi jáde. Ìrìn tó yẹ kó rìn, ó rìn ìrìn Ọ̀yọ́ láàrin ìgboro Ìbàdàn. Ẹ mọ̀ bí ó ṣe rí? Kéèyàn wà ní ìgboro Ìbàdàn àbí kéèyàn wà ní ìgboro Èkó kó rìnrìn Àbújá láàrin ìgboro Èkó yìí, láàrin ìgboro Èkó yìí. Ẹ mọ̀ bó ṣe rí bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn? Ó ṣẹ̀ wá padà wálé, wá bẹ̀ sí ní jẹ́wọ́ fún ìyàwó rẹ̀. Nǹkan báyìí ló ń ṣe, ìyàwó mi kí ló fẹ́ kí n ṣe fún ẹ láti múnú ẹ̀dùn? Ìyàwó ló ń fẹ́ mọ́tò, ó rà fún. ìyàwó ní kó ṣí ṣọ́ọ̀bù fún òun, ó ṣí ṣọ́ọ̀bù fún, ó ní kí ló tún fẹ́, ó lóun fẹ́ kó gbé òun lọ ṣe shopping nílùú ọba, ó dẹ̀ gbé lọ ṣe shopping nítorí pé ọlọ́gbọ́n obìnrin ní ọmọbìnrin, òun ló kọ́ ilé ara rẹ̀, á ṣíwèrè, á máa fi ọwọ́ ara rẹ̀ á fi fa ilé rẹ̀ ṣubú. Irú obìnrin wo ni wọ́n jẹ́? Ṣé o ní tẹ́lọ́rùn obìnrin ni ẹ́? Ṣé kì í ṣobìnrin tó ń nàgà wo, ó ti gbàgbé pé gbogbo lábẹ́ ọ̀run yìí ní ìgbà tí àkókò wà fún? Ọkọ lágbájá tó ra mọ́tò fún, ìgbà ní o, ìgbà kan ni wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀, kì í ṣọjọ́ téèyàn bá dìde náà ló ń ga o. Ọkọ lágbájá tó kọ́ ilé fún tí wọ́n wò yẹn tó fi ń fìtínà ọkọ rẹ̀, ṣé o sọ fọ́kọ ẹ pé kó lọ jalè àbí kí owó ọwọ́ mi ò tó kó lọ fi gọ̀ǹgọ̀ kó lọ fi fà á nítorí pé agbára ò tí ì gbé láti ra mọ́tò fún ẹ tó ti ń fìtínà ẹ̀ torí pé ọkọ ọ̀rẹ́ rẹ̀ ra mọ́tò fún? Ìgbà àti àkókò ni o, ìgbà tó ń kálukú kò ní kọjá ẹ̀. Ṣé ni kó dúró dà àkókò tirẹ̀? Bí lágbájá tiẹ̀ wá ń fi mọ́tò tiẹ̀ pírẹ́sì ìwọ ò dẹ̀ bọ́ sí korodo yàrá ẹ kó máa bẹ Ọlọ́run kọ́lọ́run kó la ọ̀nà àbáyọ, ọ̀nà iṣẹ́ rere fún ọkọ rẹ tí ó máa lè fi tó bàbá ṣe lórí rẹ, tó máa lè fi tó ọkọ ṣe lórí rẹ, ká fi tó bàbá ṣe lórí àwọn ọmọ rẹ. Ìwọ náà wá ń sá eré, ọkọ lágbájá ra mọ́tò fún, ọkọ làbẹ̀jù ó kọ́lé fún, ó ṣe kíní kan, ó ṣe gbá, nítorí pé ó ti gbàgbé náà pẹ̀lú bẹ́ẹ̀ náà pé wọn afẹ́ ayé a máa bá ayé lọ. Ìtẹ́lọ́rùn ní bàbá ìwà. Obìnrin tí ò bá ní ìtẹ́lọ́rùn nílé ọkọ a máa ti ilé ọkọ kan bọ́ sí ilé ọkọ kejì. Kí ló dé táwọn single mothers pọ̀ lónìí nínú ayé? Kí ló dé tí single mothers pọ̀? Àìní ìtẹ́lọ́rùn pẹ̀lú àwọn nǹkan tó fà á. Lóòótọ́ nílé dísọ́wọ́ àlejò dísẹ́rùbọ̀ díẹ̀ nínú tọkùnrin, torí ọkùnrin ò kọ̀ bí ọ̀sán bá dòru tọkùnrin bá fẹ́ kọ ìyàwó ẹ̀ sílẹ̀, ó lè má ṣọkan ṣo tó bá rí pé wàhálà ilé yẹn ti pọ̀ jù kó má ṣọkan ṣo kó dẹ̀ jáde ńlé. Bọ́tẹ̀ yín obìnrin ò rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Tẹ́ ẹ bá fẹ́ kọ ọkọ, ẹ ti máa mọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa mú aṣọ nínú wọ́dúrópù yín, ẹ ti máa mọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa mú díẹ̀díẹ̀ kan tó mọ̀ wọ́n á rí pé ilé kan gbẹ. Bọ́tọ̀kùnrin ò rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Bọ́tọ̀ ìdí tẹ́ máa fi mọ̀ pé ẹ̀yin obìnrin gangan lẹ́nilé, a majority iṣẹ́ tí ọkùnrin ń ṣe láàárọ̀ ayé rẹ̀ ẹ̀yin náà lẹ́ ń padà jẹ́. Ṣé ẹ̀yin ti ríbi tí ọmọ ti bímọ nílùú òyìnbó tó wá pé bàbá ẹ̀ tó ní bàbá mi, ẹ̀yin ni mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ máa bọ̀ o, ẹ wá bá mi tọ́mọ? Ìyá rẹ̀ náà ni ó pè. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìgbà lọ́mọ máa fẹ́ fún bàbá lówó, ẹ̀yin náà ló máa sọ fún pé mo fẹ́ fún dádì mi ní nǹkan báyìí. Tẹ́ ẹ bá fọwọ́ sí lẹ fọwọ́ sí, tẹ́ ẹ bá dẹ̀ fọwọ́ sí ẹ máa sọ pọ́tì, torí pé àwọn ọmọ yẹn súnmọ́ yín dáadáa ju bàbá lọ. Bọ̀ lábẹ́ àkóso bó ti wù kó rí náà, ó gbọ́dọ̀ dúró pé nǹkan báyìí ni kò fún bàbá yín. Tó bá wù ẹ́ láti inú ọkàn, tọ́jú bàbá ẹ̀ dáadáa, ìwọ̀n tọ́jú bàbá ẹ̀ ju èmi lọ, ṣùgbọ́n lójú obìnrin tó lè ṣe, torí pé ẹ máa ń wò pé ìyà tí mo jẹ nílé bàbá yín, ta ló yẹ kó jẹ̀yà nílé bàbá wọn tí ì bá ṣe wọ? Ìyà tó ń jẹ nítorí ọjọ́ ọ̀la àwọn ọmọ ẹni. Obìnrin wo ló fẹ́ pètè tí ò ní sírí sọ? Ẹni tó wà nílé ọlá gan, tó wà nílé ọlá, tó ní gbogbo nǹkan lódùlódù, òun náà ń jẹ̀yà nílé ọkọ nítorí kíni? Nítorí àwọn ọmọ rẹ̀. Òun yẹn ló fi sọ pé ẹni tó bá máa joyin inú àpáta kò ní wẹnu àké, torí pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ obìnrin wẹnu àké ní ìsìn náà fi padà ń di single mother. Wọn ò ní tẹ́lọ́rùn, bọ́kọ́ra ilé fún ẹ̀wà ní ṣe àwọn statement tí ò tiẹ̀ yẹ kó jáde lẹ́nu obìnrin mi. Ṣé nǹkan táwọn ẹgbẹ́ ẹ̀ ń ṣe nìyẹn? Àwọn nǹkan yẹn máa ń provoke ọkùnrin. Ó dẹ̀ pé ra aládùúrà, olóhùn lọ church, ìyá dickness ni ẹ́, wòlíì ni ẹ́, ìwọ ló máa kọ́ dé church tó máa gbálẹ̀ church, wọ́n rí ẹbí rí èèyàn gidi, ṣùgbọ́n àwọn transit ẹ, Bíbélì sọ pé ẹni tí kò ṣẹ̀ ni ẹni tí kò ti paṣẹ ahọ́n rẹ̀ kọsẹ̀. Statement tó máa ń bí ọkùnrin nínú ni pé ṣé nǹkan táwọn ẹgbẹ́ ń ṣe nìyẹn? Ìwọ tó yẹ kó appreciate little tí ọkọ ẹ fún ẹ níbà kékeré yẹn, torí tí ò tó ó ń bọ̀ wá ṣẹ́kù. Òun expect 100,000, dáàdi wa fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan báyìí nílé wa, wọ́n dẹ̀ gbowó fún mi, wọ́n expect 100,000, ọkọ wa tiraka fún 60,000. Ó yẹ kó o kúnlẹ̀ kó ní àdádì mi, Ọlọ́run á túbọ̀ máa ràn yín lọ́wọ́, á máa pèsè fún yín, torí Yorùbá bọ̀ wọ́n ní yínníyínní kẹ́ni lè ṣe mí. Nígbà tó kó 60,000 fún ẹ, ó ní kí lè kó fi 60,000 ṣe nínú 100,000 tí wọ́n bù fún ẹ? Ṣé nǹkan táwọn ẹgbẹ́ ẹ ń ṣe fáwọn ìyàwó wọn nìyẹn? Ó lè trigger ìbínú o. Tó o bá ti fi àyè sílẹ̀ fún obìnrin àjèjì láti wọnú ilé yẹn, o lè rí ilé yẹn mú mọ́. Kò possible. O lè rí mọ́, because ohun tí o filẹ̀ gan tó tọ́jú àwọn èèyàn rẹ́lì láti bẹ́ẹ̀ tú níbi tó ti tọ́jú ẹ̀ sí, ká má ṣe wá ń sọ pé ohun tó careless pẹ̀lú obìnrin tó wà níta. Àwọn ó ti gbàgbé pé Bíbélì sọ pé ayé kan ń bọ̀ táyé tá a dẹ̀ ti wà yìí pé obìnrin 6 á dì mọ́kùnrin kan ṣo, ní ti oúnjẹ a máa jẹ, ní ti mímu a máa mu, ní ti tọ́jú àwọn ọmọ a máa tọ́jú, ṣùgbọ́n jẹ́ ká máa jẹ́ orúkọ bàbá rẹ̀ kán lè máa rí ẹnìkan fi pè wá mọ́. Ṣáyé yẹn ò ti wá wà ń ta nísìn. Majority àwọn ọmọ tó ń bí nísìn obìnrin ló máa pọ̀jù nínú wọn, tóbìnrin ti pọ̀jù. Ẹ lọ sí àwọn churches káàkiri, prayer request àwọn ọmọ tó ń wọ́kọ. Ìwọ wá ní tiẹ̀, ẹni tí Ọlọ́run fi fún ọ tó yẹ kó máa gbé pẹ̀lú àlàáfíà ní gbogbo ìgbà pẹ̀lú rẹ̀, ó wá ní ìtẹ́lọ́rùn pẹ̀lú rẹ̀. Tó kì í dùn kó pọ̀. Nínú comment section wa Ọlọ́fin Ọlátúnjí ó ní òtítọ́ ni nípa ìtẹ́lọ́rùn tí mo bá gbọ́ ní weekend tó kẹ́yìn nínú ọdún 2023. Ẹ kú ètò sà, ẹ̀yin náà ẹ kú ètò, Sídánjẹ́ ní ẹ kú ètò. Ó ní òtítọ́ ni ó yẹ kí gbogbo wa jọ ní ìtẹ́lọ́rùn fún ara wa, kọ́kọ́ ní ìtẹ́lọ́rùn fún ìyàwó rẹ̀, kí ìyàwó ní ìtẹ́lọ́rùn fún ọkọ rẹ̀. Kì í dùn kó pọ̀, ṣókí lọ́bẹ̀ oge. Títí ọdún tó ń bọ̀ tá tó fayọ̀ pàdé, torí èní ni sátidé tó kẹ́yìn nínú ọdún 2023. Àtèmi àtẹ̀yìn àjọ fi ayọ̀ lájá ni o. Á tún pàdé lọ́dún tó ń bọ̀ lórí ètò yín kan, ètò ìjíròrò lètò, ètò ní ìjíròrò pẹ̀lú èmi ọmọ yín Ambassador Rótìmí Orílùwà. Ó dìgbà o.